So here we have the Mini Cooper S Diesel Countryman on a 14 plate. I'm going to show you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through a few controls on the inside. But as you'll see from the outside, it's a 5-door car in black with alloy wheels and tinted windows around the rear. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as you approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space, along with the 3 individually folding rear seats. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's a great looking car and in really nice condition the whole way around. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, the seats are in lovely condition. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so we're going to start with the rev counter. You've got the digital speedo in the middle of that, and at the bottom you can see the total miles on this car, which are 9,442. You can change the information that's directly above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk. Backing out to the steering wheel, we have these paddles on both sides. Both pedals do exactly the same thing. So it's an automatic gearbox. You can go down a gear by pushing that, or up a gear by pulling it towards you in a kind of a manual mode, which I'll show you on the gearbox in a moment. In the middle here, we've got the main kind of speedometer along with a fuel gauge, and then this button will turn the stereo on and will adjust the volume. If we hit mode, you can see we've got an AM FM radio, DAB digital radio, a CD player, auxiliary and USB input. And then under the menu button, that is where you'll pair your phone for Bluetooth. Once you do that, you can make and receive phone calls. Underneath that, we've got the CD player, followed by the air conditioning. So fan speed is adjustable on this side. This button will turn the air conditioning on or back off again. And then you've got the heater or the temperature over on this side. In the middle dial, you can determine where you would like the air to blow within the car. And then at the bottom, we've got a few of these controls. So this will turn off traction control. That'll put the deadlocks on, so that locks the car doors from the outside. This button is for sport mode, so if I put that on, the accelerator pedal will now be more sensitive to what I do, the gearbox will rev higher and the steering will become firmer. And then you can turn on your rear fog lights from that control just there. We then have the fully automatic gearbox, at the bottom of which, you can see indicated to the left there, we have a manual mode. So when we're in that mode, we can go up a gear, down a gear, or we can use the paddles that I mentioned a moment ago. And in that position, we're in drive, and then all the way to the top for park. And lastly, at the bottom here, we've got the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned a moment ago. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.